Hello, welcome. So if you join, just let us know where you're joining from and just say hi. Tell me how my audio is, how my lighting. Can adjust my lighting, how my lighting is. Yeah. So if you join, say hi. I'll wait like for 2 minutes and then I will start. So if you join, just say hi. If you want to, otherwise, on the 2 minute mark, I will start. I have found that I love doing the live videos even more than the recorded one. And in the meantime, that is what I'll do unless I feel otherwise, because as I have told you, I don't like to force myself to do things. I love freedom. Like, freedom is one of my, I think, my core, should I say my core values, or one of my most important things in life, freedom. So I don't like to feel as if I'm pushed or if there is pressure. So, and I find doing the lives very convenient, and also I find them very connecting. I really enjoy them because they're interactive. So I really like the lives, and because I can speak, from a flow state. My name is Mombi Figil Rachel, and I am a divine alignment coach. I am a spiritual coach, and I help you to come to your highest authentic version, to align with your divine nature, to align with God, to come into divine alignment. That is what I do. So if you're in a place where you feel confused, you feel lost, you just want to expand your life, you want to expand your consciousness, that is what I help you to do. And I really hope that these lives are pushing you and they are motivating you and inspiring you to tap into your highest version, or to work towards your highest version, even to tap to that highest version, because it is through connecting with people who are also in wanting to be that, and who are also living from authenticity, you start also like pulling the authenticity in you. So your environment matters, your company matters, who you surround with, the books you read, the content you listen. It is a sum total of your energy. So if you want to elevate yourself, see the people that you want to become like, or who inspire you, and start like pursuing their energy, being close to them by listening to them, by reading their books, by just connecting to them in one way or another. If you interact with the people that you admire with their energy in any way or another, it will take you a step further into that kind of energy. So it is good when you start like to see people that you admire, or things that are pulling you, are making you better. Like when you listen to somebody, you feel inspired, you feel that you are growing, your heart like is blossoming. That means that you are feeding your soul, that means that you are feeding your spirit. And that kind of a thing, sometimes it may look boring, because the mind may find it boring, or the ego may find it boring, but it is nourishing the soul. But you can never remain the same when you listen to something that is building your soul, or if you keep to something that is nourishing your soul. So look the kind of people that you align, you resonate with, you admire. And even if you'll not be understanding them, or getting really what they are saying at the start, soon your spirit will catch the language, because you'll start to elevate, you'll start to expand. So even like your subconscious, like language, it will start to expand your vocabulary, and you'll be getting things. That is where you get like an aha moment, like you get something you have not gotten before. So today, I wish you a nice, whatever to do. Yeah, thank you. I will also wish you a good day. Thank you for those who have like said hi. So welcome. So today I want to talk again on the sense of getting rich. In fact, today I was not planning, last week I was not planning to talk on this book again this week, but I felt inspired to talk about it uh, again. So when you are creating from this creative way, and the reason that I am talking from this book, it is because as I have said before, I was also manifesting, or I was also creating a form of abundance, financial abundance that I wanted, and it came. It came. I also use the concept of the science of getting rich. I'll not give the details of the amount, but it came as I was manifesting in my mind. But what I realized, it did not come in the channel which I thought it will come in. So that is something I want to talk about in the sense of getting rich. So when you start creating, or when you start calling from the invisible substance, your manifestation, when you have put an image, when you are reinforcing on that image of a certain, for example, amount of money like I did, and when you reinforce on that image, don't sometimes, probably when you are starting, probably don't put it in your mind that that money must come in this or this channel. For example, don't say that that money that you have impressed may come from your job, will come from somebody, will come. Don't give it a specific where it will come from, because that is a mistake many people will do when like they are creating or when they are manifesting, for example, money. Don't put like that. For example, if you want like 5,000, or let's say just a small amount like 5,000 US dollars, don't say that 5,000 US dollars must come from this channel, must come from this way. Be open. Just put that image in your mind. You want 5,000 US dollars, but don't put it in your mind that it must come from where. Leave that to God. Where it will come from, you yourself, you want money. Where it will come from, don't bother. Leave that. Leave that attachment. Let God bring that money from whichever sources. Probably it will come in 1,000 from this way, 2,000 from this way, 500 from this way, different sources, but all of it will come. Or it will come the whole 5,000 from one source. But don't put it in your mind that God must provide in this way, or whatever you are intending to create, it must come from one way you have in your mind. You are not God. God is seeing everywhere. He knows all the channels he can use. So don't limit him. Don't limit God that it is only from one way. It is only from your job. It is only from a source that you are expecting your business, or somebody told you they will give you that money. Don't put. Allow just the money to come. Where it will come, leave it. Leave it to God. So that is not your part. Your part is that you want money. Sometimes you can put, because that's why I'm saying when you are starting, don't try to put in your mind that whatever you want, the money you want, it must come from this particular channel. Allow God to bring the money the way he wants. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? So that is what I learned from this manifestation that I was like creating. As I have said, you impress it. You impress whatever you want on the subconscious mind, and you put it on the subconscious mind, or on the invisible substance. Put it consistently every day think about it. I was thinking of the amount. I was thinking of it appearing in my account. I was thinking and playing with that every time, anytime, even sometimes like I almost thought I had it because of the way I have imagined of it, and it will come. But where it will come from, that is now my surprise, my shock. It did not come in the way that I expected. So allow yourself to receive, but don't force a way that it must be a specific way. It is the way I also say in relationships. If you want to manifest a certain kind of relationship, don't focus on a person. I know, for example, if you have somebody that you are interested in, you can focus on the person. But if you really want a good relationship, don't focus and say it must be this person, it must be this person. Focus on what you want to experience in the relationship. Let God bring the person who has that experience with you. If you want to experience joy, if you want to experience peace, if you want to experience happiness, just have that feeling with you. Let that be your manifestation that you want to experience, or your intention. I want to experience happiness, I want to experience peace, I want to experience joy, and let the person to come. So whoever that person may be, allow God to bring that person. Most of the times when you put these specifics, you hinder your blessing. You hinder your blessing. Like in the case of money, let God use any channel He wants to bring the money that you want. Even in your job, don't say that you must always do your job forever and ever, because that job is the source of your provision. Be open. Be open. Don't be attached to things. Attachment is what really brings suffering. Attachment. Don't be attached and say, I must work in this job because this is the only job I know, and this is the way only that God can provide for me, or this is the way that I am getting my provision. Be open. What if there is something that is better for you or can produce more provision? Just be specific that, for example, you want an experience where you want to be receiving, for example, 10,000 US dollars every month. Just have that, for example, experience in your mind, and have those thoughts and have that intention, that desire, and don't hold your job, or don't hold your job, or just your skills, or hold your skills and just claim it is only your skills that will provide for you. And since your skills cannot provide for you that money, so probably your destiny is that you'll never get it. Be open-minded. God has different ways of providing, but you have at least to put a demand. Did I say it yesterday or the other day when I was doing the video? I said you have to, God reacts, or God answers to the demand. So if you put a demand that you want this and this, that is what will be brought to you. So if you don't put a demand that you want more money, you will not receive it. If you don't put a demand that you want a better relationship, you will not receive it. If you don't put a demand that you want a relationship, you will not receive it. If you don't put a demand that you want a better lifestyle, you will not receive it. So put a demand, or put an intention, or in other words, have that desire. When you have that desire, it is from that things are brought to you, or it is from that God brings things to you, or you receive things. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? Is there somebody who is getting me? If you just get, you can say that you are getting me, but are you hearing what I am saying? So whatever you want, if it is money, today's topic, don't put it in your mind that you must get whatever you desire, the amount of money you desire from this particular source, from this particular channel. Allow God to surprise you. Be open, be open. God has many ways of providing, so be open. Don't think that you can only earn, you can only get money from your work. You can only get money from this and this way. Be open. You just put the amount you want and allow yourself. Allow yourself. Try. What will it cost you to try? Try and see if it will work for you. So that is how you want to be creating your life. That is how you want to be creating your abundance, your financial abundance, your wealth. That is how you want to be manifesting your desires. You want to be putting a demand. When you put a demand to the invisible, to spirit, you are going to be supplied. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you. It is when you seek, you find. So there is always a demand before you receive. Are you getting? There is always a demand when before you receive it. So if you have not put a demand, and that is why many times you if you are not like very serious with whatever you have demanded or whatever you have put a demand for, people will receive something or answers to their prayers they will receive, but they will not know they have received. So they will not know that they have received because the demand was not really like pressing. So make a demand. If you want 10,000 US dollars, put that demand. Think of it. Pray of it. Imagine of it. Shop. Shop like somebody who has that money in your imagination. In your imagination, and your energy. The behind scenes is that the energy or the background of it is that the energy that you start embodying, it will be of somebody who has that amount of money. If it was 10,000, it will be like a person who has that money, and then that your own energy will attract. That is how the law of attraction works, because you will be in the same frequency, you will be in the same vibration, and then you will attract that money. So it will come to you. But from which source it will come, leave that to God. It can come 5,000 from this way and 5,000 from this way, 1,000 from this, 9,000 from this. You don't know, but just be open. Don't try to control the situation. No, it is that controlling, it is mind. If you find yourself controlling, it is mind, it is ego. So I don't know if there is somebody who has a question. Hi, Gamma Africa. Hi. So is there somebody with a question, something you like me to talk about, or if you want to ask on that? But I have said that through the manifestation of something that or an amount that I was calling using the scientific way, I realized that when I received that amount, I did not receive it in the path or in the channel that I was expecting. I received it in a different channel, So I realized it is true. It is not us who control. It is God. As Wallace Watos have said, you just put a demand or you just create the image. You don't see a demand. That is me who is using that word. But he say you create the image, and from that imagery, whatever you have created, it will come to you. So from where it will come from, or from which channel God will use, leave that to God. That is not your work. Your work is just being faithful to guarding your vision, or to guarding your image, or to guarding your desires, so that your faith will be unshakable. Are you getting me? So is there any question? If there is no question, I will be closing there. And then tomorrow, God willing, I'll be continuing with probably the inner work. I am thinking that probably tomorrow I'll talk on attachment styles. So if it is something that you like, you can say yes. Attachment styles. I'm thinking of talking of attachment styles, and identifying your attachment style. And every attachment style, they have like their core beliefs, they have like limiting beliefs, they have like their core wounds. And whenever you can know your attachment style and you know the core wounds that are there, you can be able like to come to heal those core wounds and limiting beliefs. And whenever you are doing that, you are becoming a secure person. And the way you attach in relationships, because now the way you attach, it is according to attachment style you attach in relationship. You can see some people like they are so anxious in relationship. They feel like somebody is leaving them, they want to control them. Where are you, what are you doing? Because they're anxious. Or you can see some people like they're avoidant, like they are not there. You have seen like some men are known to be avoidant, also some women, uh, they are really avoidant. And you can see probably some people, they have a pull and push energy, and that is where I have done my healing from, because I am the kind of a person who will be warm and cold, like the disorganized attachment style. So there are these kind of attachments. There are four, and the fourth one, it is the secure. I don't know if many people are secure. I think there are not so many people secure people, and those who are secure, probably they have done inner work, to become secure, to feel safe in a relationship, to trust, to know they are worthy of love. They are not, I don't think there are many, but many are either avoidant or disorganized or just anxious. So I think that is what I'll be talking about tomorrow. So if that is something you like, just if you have subscribed, you will see the notification when I come live. I cannot know the time. And if you haven't, you can always check on the lives where I have saved these videos and listen. So for that, I say good night, and I am so happy that you joined. I'm so happy that you joined this live, and you even trust me to guide you and to teach you, to inspire you, to expand your consciousness, your light. And I really hope that you are really expanding and growing and knowing yourself better, and even desiring like to do the inner work that you need, like to expand, and even having the knowledge of what inner work is and how to do it. And if you are already doing it, that you are even getting more and more encouraged in doing it, and you are feeling that you are on the right path. So I am happy that you joined. I'm happy that you are here. And so we see you tomorrow when I do the other video, God willing. So good night or good day from where you are. Bye.